This lesson is about comparing fractions, wherein we're going to find out which fraction is greater than the other. To compare fractions, we will use the following signs and symbols: greater than, less than, and equal to. Well, in here, we're going to cross-multiply, or also known as the butterfly method, to compare which fraction is greater than the other. From the given, we have 2/3 and 4/5. Well, in here, we are going to cross-multiply 2 and 5. And so the answer is 10. Then, cross-multiply 3 and 4. Then, the answer is 12. From here, we can say that 10 is less than 12. And therefore, 4/5 is greater than 2/3. Another. Compare which fraction is greater, 5/8 or 2/7. Again, we will cross-multiply 5 and 7, and the product is 35. Next is to cross-multiply 2 and 8, and the product is 16. Well, in here, we can clearly see that 35 is greater than 16. And from here, we can say that 5/8 is greater than 2/7. Another, 6/12 and 2/4. Again, we will cross-multiply 6 and 4, and the answer is 24. Next is to cross-multiply 12 and 2, and the product is 24. From here, we can clearly see that 24 is equal to 24, and therefore, 6/12 and 2/4 are equal, which means to say there is no value greater than the other since they are equal. So let us try to answer this. The given direction, compare the following fraction and identify which is greater. So we have 3/7 and 2/8. If we cross-multiply using the butterfly method, 3 times 8 is 24. 7 times 2 is 14. 24 is greater than 14, and therefore 3/7 is greater than 2/8. Another, 9/5 and 6/5. So let us cross-multiply using the butterfly method. 9 times 5 is 45. 5 times 6 is 30. Well, in here, we can say that 45 is greater than 30, and therefore 9/5 is greater than 6/5. Another, 4/10 and 2/11. So let us write 4/10 and 2/11. So when we cross-multiply 4 and 11, the product is 44. And when we cross-multiply 10 and 2, the product is 20. Well, in here, 44 is greater than 20, and therefore 4/10 is greater than 2/11. It's very easy, right? What are you going to do if there are fractions that are negative? So you need to remember this. As the number goes further to the left of 0, the number gets smaller. Again, habang lumalayo ang number sa 0 papunta sa kaliwa, ay mas lumiliit ang number na ito. For example, negative 7/3 and negative 2/5. So they are both negative. Well, if we cross-multiply negative 7 times 5, we have negative 35. Next is 3 times negative 2, we have negative 6. Again, these are negative numbers. which means to say that negative 35 is less than negative 6. And therefore, negative 2 fifths is greater than negative 7 thirds. Another, negative 4 sixths and negative 6 fifths. So if we cross multiply, this will be negative 20. And this will be negative 36. Again, these are negative numbers. And negative 20 is greater than negative 36. And therefore, negative 4 over 6 is greater than negative 6 over 5. So if you are having confusion, you have to remember again that the further you go to the left of 0, the number becomes smaller. Sa Tagalog, kapag mas lumalayo ka sa 0 pakaliwa, mas lumiliit ang number. And that's it. I hope you learned. Thank you!